Hello and welcome to Happy Foot, Sad Foot. This is the post game from an incredible matchup against Loudoun United at the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup. I'm Travis Helwig.
I'm Vince LaRosa.
I'm Darren Miller.
Boys, I wish I could express to you just how much we grew the game tonight. I really wish that you could feel in my heart how much growth there was in the game of soccer. How are you guys feeling after growing the game?
I mean, I don't recognize the game that when we finished that game, it was a completely different game. I didn't recognize it. It had grown so much. It is so big now.
It's in middle school now.
Strong.
Yeah, last time I saw it, it was a little baby. I thought it was a little baby.
Just when I think that Jeff Talk is going to show up and remind us that this is a comedy podcast, Darren comes out of off the top rope, and that is just a strong joke. I know it's a dad joke, but it's so
Thanks,
strong.
Vince.
Like when you were like grow the game, I was like, I got nothing. And Darren comes straight in with the like, we don't even recognize it. The kid's all grown up. He's gone past puberty. Very strong.
You know, Vince, it's so grown up that the entire south end of the stadium was a bald spot. It's at middle age. It's right, old now.
Slow down. We've got a whole post game.
That's all I got, guys. You're gonna have to take it from here.
Up until 10 minutes after the second half, it was a cup game. We had a cup game up until 10 minutes into the second half, and then it wasn't a cup game because Denny Bawonga, who's incredible, did some Denny Bawonga things. But it really was a cup game. The USL showed out with the cup, and they did the cup game. It's truly a cup game.
I hate to break it to you, as good as your accent is, the man is actually South African.
That was a bad. I would say that was a bad enough British accent to say it could have been.
Yeah, it could have been. That's what I
South African accent.
It was a decent Cockney accent. It was
the one thing that I think we can.
It was very Dick Van Dyke from Mary Poppins, but it was.
I think the one thing we can all agree on is that guy was real horny for Denny Bawonga.
I don't blame him. I don't blame him.
Weren't we all after that first half? We were like, Denny, please do something and put us out of our misery. And thank God he did. Because the game started kind of how you would expect it to start, with LAFC taking the early lead. And then they were actually pretty good. But look, you have to give credit to Loudoun. Like, they really competed. They hustled. LAFC didn't seem very awake with the, let's say, I don't know, 3,000 people there.
Each one grew the game though more than if we filled the stadium. It was like people who really cared about growing the game.
Well, yeah, it was like as if it's like the Grinch movie. Like their little hearts started so small, and by the time the game ended, it's exploding with soccer. But I mean, not one of the performances. It was boring. It wasn't a great game. There was some good goals and some good moments. I think Romero saving that very good shot. Though actually, I had one point on Gary Bailey, the man that you're making fun of from the broadcast. He was like, "Yeah, game." Well, he goes, "All of Loudoun's shots have been right at Abraham Romero." I was like, "Did you forget the ball that he saved that led to the second goal? That was not right at him. That's a very good save."
Those were good saves. He looked good.
Yeah. It was like, but it's one of those like kind of soccer like truisms, or I don't even think truism is the right word, but just one of those things that happens where a team that shouldn't be there almost scores a goal, almost makes it a game, and then literally off the save, LAFC go down and score. Like, that's just something that happens so often in this sport. It's ridiculous. And that really kind of put the game away. And then some nice moments. You get, Angel gets a goal. That's good for him. Like, there's good things for individual players. I don't think you really take anything away from this game other than we're in the quarterfinals. And that's great. That's all that matters.
Yeah, we did what we needed to do.
At this point, it'd be really nice to win this thing. I think we're in a good position to do it, and it'd be cool to get this hardware. This incredible competition of the highest level. It would be a historic win. They did say on the podcast multiple times that LAFC has never won this competition, which is so funny to say for a club that's been around for 6 years.
I'm still one round away from caring. Semifinals is when my levels
That's
go.
fair.
Yeah, we have to win one more round, and then we're like, okay, let's play. We'll put Hugo Lloris back in net for the semifinal. Also, we won't play
I wasn't missing him.
Tommy Musto, which I have to say, I laughed out loud in my hotel room when I heard the name Tommy Musto.
What a name. Straight out of the 80s.
I have a happy foot, which is that Loudoun's kits were great. They're like weird candy, like peppermint pinwheel was very cool. Really into it. And I thought that they were pretty good. I think the obvious big happy foot is Ángel getting his first goal for the team. And it was a nice one. And it was immediately following the commentators going, he's done nothing for them. They should sub him out, basically.
People on Twitter feeling the same way. I mean, that they play with 3 center backs. Like the guy was up against 3 center backs the whole game. I will say though, the bummer for him was on the first goal, the ball deflects off of him, and then he's just a step short to get to the ball before it goes to Tillman. And so he had a little bit of bad luck too. But yeah, 3 center backs on him. It's his first start. Like, what do you expect? He has zero chemistry with these guys.
And it was a cup game. We had a cup game according to that guy.
Cup game. Flip side of Loudoun's kits, which were good, their coach dressed as like a golfer. Like, just what was that outfit? Not for me.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that Miguel Lopez refers to Ángel as Nepo Baby. I think it's a good nickname for him. Nepo Baby got a Nepo goal.
A Nepo goal. He looked okay. He didn't look like he didn't belong in the position that he's in overall with the team. It's not.
I like Muller though. Like if we're gonna put someone in, I'd prefer Muller or Dawes over Ángel at this moment. And to be fair, I've watched 0 LAFC 2, so I can't really speak on it too highly.
Well, Travis, how do you think you're going to grow the game if you're not watching LAFC 2?
I go. What is it? Cal State Fullerton. I bought a place down in Fullerton to watch.
That's my alma mater.
That'd be.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
wait, you went there?
I finished school. Yeah, I finished school there.
Is that why you're dumb as shit?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Whoa. That may be why I don't have a job right now. Can't really tap into that Cal State Fullerton network.
But I think it's impressive that you went to Cal State Fullerton just so you could watch LAFC 2.
Yeah, that's really impressive.
Yeah, some would say it was really forward thinking there.
You majored in LAFC 2, right?
I have been to an LAFC 2 game there, and I went. And they were like, "Do you want to go to the press box?" And I was like, "I've actually been to that press box many times as a student journalist, and no, I absolutely do not want to go to whatever you are still calling a press box."
That's really funny. Any more happy foots or sad foots we should get out of the way before we've got a couple callers? You want to get into it?
I have a couple. No, I have a couple. Hold on, I wrote some stuff. Loudoun has a guy named Tingy. That was a happy foot. I don't think we could go this entire thing without me talking about Tingy. Dolo was watching somewhere in the stands, also very funny.
That's awesome. Yeah. Did they ever show him?
I don't think they did.
Not on the broadcast.
Oh my god, I would love it.
On social.
I would love it if they were like explicitly not allowed to show him. That would be so great. If he was allowed to be in the stands, but they were like, the broadcast may not show the coach who has a red card.
Right.
The comments are saying that Sacramento just won. I know that when we were watching the game, that San Jose had gone up 3-2, but it looks like Sacramento won in extra time 4-3 against San Jose. Again, a team who beat us. Just a reminder.
Against a top team.
But they're not in the quarterfinals.
Is Ilie. I know I made a big thing about his injury 2 weeks ago and people made fun of me, but came off seemingly for no reason. What's going on?
Yeah, I would say that's probably the same injury.
And no tears this time, so we worry more.
Yeah.
Now we know no tears means real injury. It looks like we might have LAX Andy in the stands still, so that seems like it could be a fun or
go
terrible.
To him first while he's there.
Let's see what we got here. LAX Andy, you're in the stands and you're live on the show. Is this a good idea or a terrible idea?
Well, there's a bunch of crowding around Belonga right now. I don't think I have a shot at getting you.
We can't really hear you, my friend.
We can't hear you. This isn't working. It's a great visual, I'll say that.
Well, that sucked.
Come back soon in LAX Andy.
It's about as good as the broadcast of the Open Cup.
If you want to join us on the show, we'll post a link in the comments now. We got Joey. I see you there. Are you hanging out? You coming on the show? What's going on? Okay, he's coming on. Joey One Bar.
You're echoing. We can hear. We
can
can
turn
hear
your radio
show.
down, please. I can hear us.
Is that how it works?
On your radio? I don't know. That's the thing that real radio says. Joey One Bar, you're in the garage? It looks like.
That's correct.
And, getting out of the car. I hope the car's not moving. Is this? I don't know if we're seeing a stunt performance.
Any happy feet or sad feet, Joey?
Well, there's only 3 more wins. That's got to be
correct.
3 more.
Are you asking us if that's a happy foot?
Happy feet also metal punch. Backers of the foot.
I can't. The one bar.
You lost your audio. Sorry, my friend.
We lost you.
Joey One Bar great. This is real Lamar Hunt. Happy foot, sad foot.
The Lamar Hunt happy foot, sad foot. Jeff Talk, heel of the foot. We have word. He posted on Twitter. He wore the Jeff Talk World Order T-shirt to the match tonight. Let's see how that fared.
And
now
physically confronted
with a visually completely black screen, perfect for what I just said.
I'm the heel. I'm the heel, man. That's the whole thing. I've got like an aesthetic going. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You're joining us on the the condition of anonymity. Any happy foots or sad foots to share with us tonight?
Well, I'd like to, again, completely disregard the format of the show and instead talk about the Jeff Talk of the Week presented by Jeff Talk. And I would have to say that's Abraham Romero. You know what I mean? Really, again, not a guy that's spectacular at soccer, but did the dirty work, made the one save he had to make. Vince expertly says, makes that second save, turns the whole game around. Real solid, good soccer analysis on my part, I think. So I'd also like to talk about Nate Ordaz's family and friends. So Vince said it's probably 3,000 people in the stands. I think that's probably right. I think Nathan Ordaz personally invited 1,500 of those people. Every single time something happened involving Nate Ordaz, which now I'm going to call him that because that's what everybody in the stands was calling him, yelling, "Come on, Nate." Genuinely heartwarming. Felt like I was watching like a I don't want to say Make-A-Wish because he's really good, but like a high school game where like the freshman's in, you're like, oh snap, man, like we all got to root for this guy. It was really heartwarming, I wish he had scored. It would have been cool. And then I'm gonna shoot straight with the fans because you guys can't. You've been captured by big LAFC media. They're nice to you guys to give you a stand in the stadium to do your stuff at. Tomás Ángel, more like no mas any hair. That guy is going bald. That guy's got to shave it, man. That's not a good look, Tomás. You know what I mean? Take it from me. Trim it early.
No
don't wait,
any
man.
hair.
Don't wait. You're not fooling anybody, Tomás. It's not happening.
Of all the things that you think we can't say, that's what you thought we couldn't say.
Thank God it is a comedy podcast after all, Jeff.
I'm just saying we're 13 minutes in and nobody mentioned it. It's just a little concerning. You know what I mean?
I did see him when I first saw him.
I can't. You know that it's just not. I can't. It's not something I could do because of.
Well, you'd think Jeff couldn't either, but.
Jeff defies all.
Gentlemen. I went bald when I was 25, I think, probably. That's when I first had to start trimming all the way down. So it's recognized game there. You know what I mean? Like, I know what that man's going through. I've been there. Travis still has full head of hair. Darren, you look good. Vince and I, we know what it is.
This is all Hollywood.
What's interesting is his father, who was an amazing player. I mean that, like, he really was a great player. If you don't know anything about Juan Pablo Ángel, especially prior to coming to MLS, still great, full head of hair in amazing shape.
Zach Brown says, I'm looking at 4 balding men criticizing another balding man.
Hey,
Zach Brown,
I'm
judging by your photo, also balding, motherfucker. I will say, when I saw Ángel, I hadn't watched the beginning of the game, so I didn't realize that he was starting, and I was like, Chanot looks like shit tonight. Who was that guy?
To Jeff's point, the deciding to wet your hair and just mat it down is not the way to go if you do want to continue to kind of keep something.
Any advice for him, guys?
I'm telling you, like Vince is doing a bit, but like shave your hair. You're not fooling anybody. If we're on here talking about it, just cut it. Nobody would. If you had already.
This is the first time he played for us, and his family's gonna like listen and be like, "What did they say about our son who scored his first goal?" And it's just us ripping on his hair. Poor kid.
Strong finish though. Good run.
He had a great finish.
This all started with what is really a happy foot. The man scored a goal. Okay.
This is
He
true.
also, if you really, there's keratin flakes that you could find that match your hair, and you can put them in, and it hides the bald spots. And I think it's called Topic, T-O-P-I-K. If he really is listening and you want to know, just look up Topic, and there's keratin flakes that will hide your bald spot. Just
all right,
so
Jeff,
I don't know personally.
Jeff, any other happy foot or sad foot before we kick you off?
Yeah, again, I'd like to completely disregard the format of the show and really just say again, Tomás, it's not about that you're going bald and that's bad. It's about the fact that you're going bald and you're not doing what you should do about it. Shave your head. You know what I mean?
Okay, thanks, Jeff.
Okay, thank you. Being mean to a sweet boy who had his first goal for the team.
I meant more so for disrespecting us in the format of our show. I don't care what he says to Tomás. He should never come on here and disrespect
No one breaks format.
And also, if you're gonna do it, do not continue to bring up that you're gonna do it. Just do it, okay? It's like telling someone you're gonna fight them. Just punch them in the face.
Also, the one person you can't criticize on the show is the Nepo baby, because if we're too mean, they'll pull the plug on us getting to do the show from the stadium. So we have to be nice to the Nepo baby.
Well, we have another caller.
Wow, I can't believe how many people are watching this.
If you're there, welcome to the show. Another darkened screen. Perfect.
Look, guys, I just got home. Okay, so.
Oh, good. So, any happy foots or sad foots for us?
Yeah, I mean, you already talked about happy foot, Tomás Ángel. Although I suppose the sad foot is his hairline. Oh, there's me.
That is apparently what we've established.
Well, it's funny because I was commenting in the game to my husband. I was like, "Oh, he's a little young to be having a receding hairline already." Like, pobrecito. Yeah. So I guess otherwise, my happy foot would be Denis Bouanga, Mr. Assist Man.
Yeah.
Like, hello, Denny with all the assists. I'm in. This is my favorite Denis Bouanga.
It seems like toward the end of the first. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, and on top of it, I thought that after the third goal, there was no chance he was ever going to pass the ball again the rest of the night. But he did make more passes, so it wasn't like he was like, okay, I'm just going to do a couple. So good for him. He's found ways to help the team. We were talking about, look, it is cup game, but we have talked about it this season. If he's not scoring goals, what can he do to help this team? And he's starting to find ways, and that's going to be really good for the team down the line, especially when a certain Olivier Giroud shows up. You're going to need Bouanga not just hogging the ball. You're gonna have to play together.
Yeah. Sadfoot. This tournament could be so fucking cool, and instead it just feels lame. But it could be so cool. I mean, yeah, okay, Loudoun United, whatever that is. What's a Loudoun? I listened to your preview
we got a whole
episode.
segment
I
on it, man.
understand that they're a very wealthy county northwest of Washington D.C. But but like seriously, it could be so cool because every team gets to compete. Come on, U.S. Soccer, do better.
There are honestly, I think you're absolutely right. This tournament gives you so many opportunities to do so many cool things that you don't normally get to do in like league play or other types of tournaments. There could be all kinds of packages getting made about these teams that like introduce people, even at least in the stadium, to who these visiting teams are. Like, there's no shortage of things that actually would be effective at growing the game, as ridiculous as that phrase has become now. But yeah, it could be very fun. I would love to MC the whole tournament. Let's do it.
I don't give a shit about growing the game. Have fun with the game. It just feels so like, well, here we are.
Yeah, just making it a good experience. Yeah.
So, also, Ilie. That'd be my other sad foot. I hope his groin's okay.
Is it a groin? Is that what it is?
I think so. I don't know. It's very weird.
Whenever someone asks to come out and you don't see anything happen to them, I get very worried.
That's it.
But my guess is that it was connected to the injury he had 2 weeks ago, which of course I pointed out and talked about it at length, but people thought I was being histrionic. But that's, it is what it is.
Non-contact injuries are generally bad, but the concern, regardless
if these are the hair fibers I'm talking about, I found some on the street and brought them up. I don't know whose these are.
So
Yeah.
you just whistled from your window and someone threw him up to you.
You got room
"Oh,
service.
the man's in a robe. Give him
Give him what he wants.
Give that man some hair loss treatment. Okay.
All right. Well, thanks for calling.
Thank you so much for joining us, as always.
You're the best, Luke.
We'll see you again soon. I think let's take a second. Vince, I want to actually talk about, like, of the things that we wanted to see from the team in terms of, like, the progress of the state of the team. How did you feel about what we should have been working on in that match and where we stood at the end?
I mean, I think if you could have drawn like a perfect game for LAFC, they score the goal early, that's checked off. But then you really wish they could have just pushed it and like buried the team and it had the game been over by halftime. They didn't. And again, I think that's more credit to Loudoun than LAFC's failure. Like, they defended really well. They defended really deep. And they came out in the second half and gave a little push, and LAFC withstood that and then immediately pushed back. And then that's when they really took over the game and controlled it. So that's good. I mean, we haven't seen a lot of that from LAFC this year. It's either LAFC is on top from start to finish or LAFC folds at some point. So it's a good sign when they're able to kind of weather the storm, but then still, get their joy at the end of the game and really pile it on. So I think that's good. And again, you get goal, like Kike's goal, a very nice goal, very well executed. Obviously, great run from Bouanga, but Kike has to make a nice finish. You want to continue that run of form from Kike. Tomas's goal is a great run to run off the defender into that space, and then tuck it into that spot. That's good for him, good for his confidence. To Travis's point, like he does seem to be behind those other guys. It's because he started the season injured. We've talked about how, being injured at the beginning of the season is almost the worst time because now you're catching up fitness with the rest of the guys for the rest of the season. We talked a little bit about this with if Vela were to come back, how far behind he would be. So Tomás is behind. He's really trying to stack up games as much as he can. But at the end of the day, the best thing for guys like him is confidence. I think that's what we saw is LAFC, once they got confident, and you have to kind of earn that in a game, and they did at a certain point, they buried him. So you want to see more of that, more of LAFC's kind of swagger and confidence. So I think maybe that's the biggest, maybe that should be my happy foot, is like LAFC through that game engineered some confidence, and then by the end of the game really had a swagger. And we would love to see more of that. If you're ending games that way, as opposed to like a great start, like I'm fine with nervy first halves as long as you're ending games the way they're ending that game.
A name we haven't said yet is Kike Oliveira, who I think consistently over the last month has been unbelievable for the team. Like that, he played really well tonight. His finish was great. He's there now. Like we were worried about him at the beginning of the season. There's no smart person is nervous about Kike Oliveira anymore. Like he was always in the right spot. He just wasn't finishing. And now he's finishing the ones he should finish. And tonight's, I would say, was not an easy shot. Like it certainly it was a one-time.
He buried that thing.
He did a great job. So I think Kike continues to be the bright spot on our season. And like our commenter said, Giroud hasn't even arrived yet. So we have two elite forwards that are about to be joined by one of the best goal scorers of the last century, which sounds pretty good to me.
Sounds pretty good to me. Yeah, the standout plays that we saw also were like fantastic. Like Vince already mentioned the transition from our save to Bouanga dribbled through like half the team, and then very well timed pass, amazing shot. Like that was an incredible sequence to watch. Tillman really earned that goal and then didn't quite get it, and it came right back to him. Like they were really nice. We had some really nice plays. I would say without those plays, the like super bright spots, it would have been even more. It would have been like, okay, yeah, they kind of just pulled it out in one, and it was fine.
Yeah.
Also, Bouanga legitimately was robbed twice. Like an amazing save from the keeper on one, and another amazing save from the defender on the line on the other. The keeper save. Filthy. He looked back toward the camera and was like, "Whoa!" and then went and high-fived the keeper.
Yeah.
Another fun moment was when he had the breakaway and Tomás Ángel fell down.
Yeah, and then he
can't
just
get away
like,
from
what do I do? And tried to tuck it into the corner. He was like,
the kid scores a goal, and look how
he still got a corner out of it, but it was very funny.
Show so far has been us ragging on him. Can you imagine if he hadn't scored?
If you're listening, we do support you. I want you to know.
I
And
think
it's brought to you by
scoring,
Topic.
Tomás, I think you scoring is us taking it as a green light to just go for it, just knock you down a peg.
That's true. If he hadn't scored, I don't think we're being as
We've been
mean to a
we've
brand
been
new
silent
to a
on
new
him.
player. Yeah.
A few people are asking about our opponent for the next round. There will be a draw tomorrow night before the games. I don't think we know. Like, there isn't a logic to it. I think it's somewhat random, right? Is that correct, Vince?
Yeah, they don't do, which is one of the reasons why Loudoun's even playing LAFC. Like, they used to kind of section it off by regions, and it would stay that way to the quarterfinals. After the quarterfinals, all bets are off. Like, teams would start traveling farther distances. But this whole thing's been kind of, as we've already gone over ad nauseum with MLS pulling out teams and the way it's kind of reshaped. There's no real rhyme or reason to it. Just wait for it. Well, I don't even know if we know for sure who's going to be hosting. I think we'll find out during the draw as well.
Could we meet an MLS side in the next round?
Is there any left? There's not really many left now. But I think so. I believe so.
Is this what it's like in Leagues Cup when we're on Twitter after a few rounds being like, see, MLS is so much better? There's like no MLS teams left in this tournament. It's like, USL is dominating, obviously.
Didn't do the tournament.
Yeah, it's also only because 8 entered the tournament. So, I mean, there wasn't that many.
But so it's possible we could play Sacramento or New Mexico. I think Detroit and Indy are playing tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the ones that have cool logos. That's why I know that those 4.
New Mexico would be cool. We've played. It would be cool to, like that. I guess that's something we didn't bring up. It is cool. We played a team we've never played before.
Yeah, of course.
Playing Loudoun's cool.
Awesome.
You know, just like playing Bay.
DC's wine country.
Cool. Yeah,
DC's wine country.
No, it's not the backyard.
The big backyard. DC's big backyard. The portal to the past.
Portal to the past and the future.
Portal to the past. It would be the.
All right, LAX Andy, we say you've been waiting for a while. Hopefully, maybe gotten to a point where you could have some reception and some sound. We're gonna try again. Let's see if this works. Thank you for being patient. Do you have a report for us?
Jesus. This is
Did we lose him on
Lamar Hunt bullshit.
Let's try it again. We're trying again, LAX Andy. Are you alive?
All right. Y'all can hear me okay?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, we got
awesome. So, sorry, the earlier call was a butt dial.
Classic.
You butt dialed into a live call-in show.
I butt dialed in the middle of Denis Bouanga being right up against the crowd, signing all sorts of autographs. We're actually Darren, one of your friends.
Well, we lost them again. LAX Andy, so good to be here. We love you. We love you.
He was going to say something about one of my friends.
Darren, one of your friends talked so much shit about you to me.
I would honestly love it if someone ran into a friend of mine, my friend talked shit about me, and then that person reported it to me on a live show, on my show. That would be great. I would love it. LAX Andy, come back soon, or just like, DM me what happened. What else do we get? I'm looking at my notes to see what else. I ended up writing a surprising amount down for a game like this. Yeah, I did want to talk to LAX Andy because I am really interested in what the vibe was like in the stadium, and he was clearly there for a game like this.
I think we could see a little bit on TV what the vibe was like. The vibe was like 32-52 half full. Yeah, I think that's the vibe.
3,000 people doing their best.
That can be fun.
Let's not rag on the 3,000 people. I will say this: there's not 3,000 people watching the show right now, so I'm upset at the 3,000 that should have immediately gone to their phones or
grow the show
to grow the show.
Grow the show.
I think
this
that's
what
really
Lamar Hunt would have wanted.
I think that's. I think we should end it there, guys. I really, and I'm not just saying that because I don't want to do this anymore, but
I don't believe you that that's not the reason.
No, I would never. Yeah.
Look, Darren, why don't you rattle off a couple of the other things, and then we could let Vince go because he's got so many more important things to do, like watch the Jinx,
like sleep.
We're gonna put some half us AFO 2 subs in.
I'm just saying we're scraping the bottom of the barrel here.
Tommy Musto is in the chat.
Tommy Musto. There was also great long ball from Atuesta to Bouanga that I wrote down. That was that Bouanga totally blew it on. But Atuesta was looking good. Tillman's still looking good. I got nothing else. I think
Darren,
we did cover everything.
You're not. I was gonna say you're not winning me back. Travis is like, what else you got? And Darren's like,
you're ready to cut you loose, man.
There was a good long ball.
I don't need to win you back.
I just want to say thank you to our sponsor, Topic Keratin Hair Fibers. If you're going bald,
2 P's, 1K.
2P, 1K. Oh, we have a caller, Vince. You can't leave yet.
We got a caller.
We got a caller. Denise, welcome to the show. Any happy Peter sad feet?
If you want Vince to stay on the show, call into the show.
Don't.
Hey, it's good to see you.
Hi, Denise. Nice to see you.
Hi. Yeah, it was. So we got to see. We were so close. We were second row, and it was the closest we've ever been. And I commented in the chat that they're so fast. Oliveira's so, you can really tell how fast they are. But have you put? Oh, this is my husband.
My husband.
Put Denny Bouanga walking straight up to us, taking his shirt off.
Hey.
We'll share the video.
I gotta turn my camera
off. Your beautiful husband. Yeah, sad foot when you sure.
Oh, you guys already talked about it, but when Ángel tripped himself when Bouanga was trying to cross to him,
it was so good.
Poor
we were
guy.
like,
So bad
oh
for
man.
A literal sad foot in a lot of ways.
100% what I would have done in that situation.
But the tacos were good. The birria tacos were great.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I think Darren's getting paid by them, the amount he posts about them to our social media.
It's a pregame ritual now, and now there's like juju attached to it.
They are good. They're really good.
We told them really you sent us, so.
Oh hell yeah!
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
One of the best advertisements for. Well, I just want to say, Denise was one of the best advertisements for Open Cup. Got to sit the closest they've ever sat. I'm not saying this as a joke. Like this is the allure, and like I do want to stress, like as much as we joke about growing the game, like $20 to go and be 2 rows away from Denny Bouanga is pretty fucking cool. Yeah. So cool. Like you should, right. If you are free on a Tuesday night, or whether it's Tuesday or Wednesday the next time, like, and it's $20 tickets again, don't sleep on it. Like if you want to go to the game, get there early and go be 2 rows away.
Yeah, it's crazy. I do prefer sitting a little like higher, like in that second level.
Yeah, in terms of seeing the game for sure. But
okay, but if you're that much higher, then like how many of Bouanga's tattoos can you decipher?
I mean, fair.
How much can you see his glistening body? Not that much.
You really just see the glisten, but not really the body at that point.
Well, thank you guys so much for calling in. Denise, it's nice to see you. Great to meet you. Let's let Vince go to bed because he's, I could tell he's cranky.
Yeah,
he's cranky.
I get cranky. I'm sorry.
When you grow the game this much, there's growing pains involved.
Yeah.
Well, thank you all so much for being here while we grew the game and we grew the show tonight. Thank you to Topic once again, hair building fibers.
That's how you grow
full
the
hair
hair
instantly.
Growing the hair
Topic is made of all natural colored keratin protein. Topic fibers blend undetectably with your existing hair, instantly making it look full and thick. If you want to follow us, you can. The numbers of viewers keep going up.
Oh, we've reached the topic segment.
All right. We'll be back this weekend for the Atlanta post game. We also have the preview that's out for we were talking about Atlanta a little bit too. So if you haven't listened,
listen to it again.
Listen to it again. Vince, take us out.
That's sports, baby.
Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.